talk the debt, the deficit, and this hyper psychoinflation that's going on. So this is real simple. I used to teach in this building, the Wattis School of Business, the #1 school of business in the United States. This is my old class, my old lecture. I was going crazy in the 90s and the 2000s about this before they hijacked. Let's start right here. It's a great website, by the way. I've been using it for many years. This is the key, is the right here. What? Total debt to GDP. So I've been, said if it ever goes over 100, we're in big trouble, which it did in 1945, 46, and the billionaires had to pay their share. We saved them, and they were willing to pay 97%. Some of them that worked at Profiteer University here, they hid their money in Belgium. So let's go here. This is a great site. You got to store it here. Debt clock. It's a good site. This is a really great piece. It's not. This has nothing to do with opinion. You take your opinion, stick it in your ass. I don't do opinion. Okay. Let's get here immediately. Okay, 1929. Debt in billions. 17 billion. That was a lot in the market crash. This is a really great piece. This is purely accurate. There's no opinion here. So it's creeping up. War. And remember, this is massive debt. And I'm at Mariner Eccles School. He was head of the Fed then. I knew Mariner personally. This is his old school. It's been hijacked. I'm at his school right now. I knew him very personally. I knew Volcker personally. He used to lecture at our school. About 7 foot tall, cigar smoke. He was the greatest. Now let me get into this. So you can see it. 17 billion. It's getting out of control. War. We used a lot of deficit spending to get out of that Great Depression, right? We went crazy. Bunch of damn socialists. God, it went from 17 and 29 clear to 1939 was 40. It's a lot, right? Doubled. And the war. Then it went crazy. At the end of the war, peaked out 269 billion. It's massive. And so we raised the tax rate to 97% on the billionaires. We got to pay it off. Started working on it. Trying to slow it. Never did knock it down, but we slowed it. It's getting pretty high. This is when Reagan ran as the fiscally responsible Democrat. Volcker raised the Fed rate to 20%. I knew Volcker personally. We took our classical medicine. Reagan tax cut. What? He ran against the Volcker Fed. The Reagan recession was nasty. So we go over $1 billion under Reagan, 1981. So 1980, Reagan gets elected. We're under $1 billion in debt. Federal debt. Starts to go all through the 80s. Holy shit, we doubled. We go from 80 to 90, we double the debt. Holy cow. Tripled it. From 1980 to 1990, we go from 1 billion to 3 billion. Oh boy. Then we go to 4. 5. Then it slows. We finally get a little bit of a surplus, but that was just temporary. So in 2000, let's party like it's 1999. 5.6, the tax rate on the top 20% was 39%. 5, that's a lot, right? We go from less than $1 billion in 20 years to 5. We 5 times it. Nearly 6 times it. 5 billion's a lot, right? Trillion, excuse me. Oh, what happened? War. War deficit starts going crazy. Iraq war. We go from 5 quickly to 7, to 8 quickly, to 9, to 10 quickly, to 11. Obama gets elected. We're at 68%. Bank bailout of GE. What? what? QE, not GE, same thing. QE 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember right here, Ayn Rand Greenspan, now he took over the Fed in 87, right? From Volcker. See if they have that. Market crash of 87. So I did the PPI for this school. I did when we were the #1 school business in the country, I'm the guy that did it. Now we're dead last as the water school goes from #1 to, less than 300, because Warren Buffett took over the school during his supply chain. So anyway, I did the PPI in 2000, and they're like, you got it wrong, Blanche. I said, no, I didn't. Then how come Greenspan lowered the rate? That's the first time he did it, in the first quarter of 2000. And I'm like, we got inflation starting to rear its head in 2000. He should have been lowering. I was right. Greenspan was wrong. That's just an unarguable fact. Play back the tape, Your Honor. There's plenty of lectures online. I was right. Greenspan was wrong. So they start slashing the rate. Oh, then the gift that keeps on giving, 9/11. Slash it again. They've never looked back. 55% of GDP was the debt. Now you just saw it's 139%, right? Holy shit. So that's bad, right? It's getting bad in 2000. The wartime debt's starting to go crazy in 2000. Okay? 5 trillion in debt. We quickly go to 10 trillion. War's over. Barack Obama, the Lord and Savior, is going to save us. Now he got a Nobel Peace Prize. He got a Nobel Prize, right? He doubled down on the wars. Okay, let's stay with this. Now it gets psycho. The Ayn Rand Greenspan, cut the rate. Start looking at this bailout, debt, cut rate, bailout, fiscal cliff, sink with bailout. The Teabagger Congress of 2010 takes over. The tax the future and spend, give to my friends, Republicans, and the elitist Democrats. You could be the next King Obama. To hell with the peasants. Cut the rate on the billionaires. Look at this. Holy shit, what? We immediately go to 20 by 2017. Your Lord and Savior, we're at 105. We finally crossed the Mendoza line in 2014. We're over 100. They said if that ever happened. What's the interest rate? It's been 0. We'll get to that. So here comes Trump. 20 trillion. What? In 4 years we go to 30? No. Yep. COVID, we dumped 5 trillion. You just saw. That shows 124%. I'll go back. Let's get to the tax rate. We can find it. I got it. Fed's funds rate. Post-war, we had stimulation, but we had the tax rate at 90%, paying off things. It got real low. Tried to stimulate this growth coming out of that recession. It was temporary. And then we started getting it back. It wasn't last very long. We got it back to a normal rate. Now, what's the average rate? It was 7%, but now you get this 20-man mean. It's called the rule of doubling, right? And now it's 5.5 because we've had basically 20 years of 0. What? There it is. I knew Volcker. Look at this. %. Then we start to crash. They're just slashing. They've been slashing ever since. 2000, what's that? 9/11, the gift that keeps on. Look at these rates.